This is going to be the Algebra 2 review for rationals, 2015-2016. There's some new techniques here that I want to go over that were updated from the last video. Alright, so the first thing you want to do, alright, is you want to make sure that you can factor or reduce every part. First part's good. Second part, I'm going to go ahead and factor that. I'm going to use equal to do it. You can use boxes, you can use any method you want, you can use your brain, whatever. Alright, so degree 2, I would type that in 1, -3, -10. Alright, that's going to be x minus 5, x plus 2. X minus 5 and x plus 2. So remember, we have to switch those. Alright, now what ends up happening here is this crosses out. Now that's going to create a hole. Alright, so the solution of that, if that's x minus 5, the value of that's going to be x equals 5. Now when we get to the graph, we're going to go through that again. Now, what's going to happen here is now what I'm going to graph is this. Alright, I'm not going to worry about the other part. Now what happens here is my anchor point ends up being -2, 0. There's nothing out here. So I got -2, 0, so 1, 2. Alright, I'm going to draw a line that way. A line through there. Now, this equation, vertical, will be x equals, I use the x coordinate of that, and the horizontal one is y equals, and I use the y coordinate for that. So very simple, alright? So now what I'm going to do in my calculator is I got to find a couple of things when I graph this. Menu, graph, alright? I'm going to graph 1 over x plus 2, alright? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I find a couple of things. I'm going to find the intercepts, alright? I'm going to find the intercepts. Alright, so I'm going to do g-solve root. Okay, I don't have an x-intercept, so I don't have to worry about plotting that point. Alright, g-solve y-intercept. I'm going to plot 0.5, so it'll be about right here. As you can see, the graph gets divided into 4 parts. Alright, so what I'm going to do is they're going to approach these asymptotes. Okay, this is going to go through this point right here, and then this one's going to just go like this and approach this asymptote. Okay, now what I have to do, because I got a hole at x equals 5, I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put a little open circle. Make sure that's on the curve, not on the line, on the curve. Alright, so there's my answer for that. Alright, now on this one, I don't have any holes, so I'm going to have none, because I'm not going to eliminate anything. Alright, so I got none there. My anchor point for this one would be 4, 0, okay, because I got nothing outside of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 0. So it goes like this. Okay, it goes like this. All right, vertical, x equals 4 and y equals 0. Remember, vertical line has an x equals equation. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and graph this now. Same deal, -1 divided by x minus 4. All right. I'm going to draw, okay, all right, what I got is I got g-solve root, I don't have one, okay, g-solve y-intercept, I'm crossing at 0.25, okay, so here's what it's going to look like, okay, it's going to be along this asymptote here, boom, straight up, and then down in this corner, okay, all right, so those are your two graphs, okay, all right. Graph the parent function, which one belongs to the same family. So we want to look at all these different graphs. First one is x squared, all right, divided by x. All right, nope, that ends up being a line. Okay, next one, I'm going to put parentheses around that whole expression. Oops. Divided by x plus 1. Draw. Okay, that looks similar. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, I got x minus 1 squared divided by x. Okay, that looks exactly like it. Okay, and then let's do this last one. X plus 1, okay, divided by x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, that doesn't look anything like it. So the closest example of that is going to be that one. All right. Let's go on to the next page. Okay, sketch a possible graph of a rational where the domain can't be 3 or -3 and the range is all real numbers. Okay? All right. Now the idea here with this is you're going to see this is going to be a multiple choice based question, but you know, one concept, all right, if it's not at -3, okay, you could have something that looks like this, okay, all right, and you could have a curve like this with a hole at 3, okay. All right, so there's all kinds of, basically what you want to look for in this are holes and asymptotes. Okay, all real numbers, all that means is it's going to stretch the whole graph. Okay, and this is going to be a multiple choice based question. All right, okay, let's look at this one. All right, following shows this graph. Which of the following shows the transformation from that to that? So very simply, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make this complicated. I'm just going to go ahead and graph this. -1 divided by x minus 3 squared. Okay, and I'm going to draw it, and it looks like that. All right. So obviously, it's not going to be these two. It's not going to be that one. It has to be this one all the way down in the corner. Is the closest thing, all right, to that graph. All right. So very simply, I'm just going to circle that. All right. I think that's it for that page.